Hey guys, welcome to the final video of my health and what's been going on and all the answers that I can give, and then like my whole story, symptoms, treatments, everything. So anybody who is going through anxiety and vestibular disorders or problems, issues, whatever it is. I'm not no doctor, so just bear with me. I don't know any big words. Excuse me. And by the way, sorry, I do apologize for the background noise if you do hear it. It's still like 185 degrees out here in Arizona, so the AC kicks on quite a bit. But I got notes because I don't want to forget. So if you see me looking down, that's just because I don't want to forget, and I want to cover pretty much everything. So let's start with the story. Let's start with where this all began. 2 years ago, roughly, I was just working, and this was the first and only time. I was just working, and then boom, the world just started going in like a spiral, like different ways, 2 different spirals in one, pretty much. And I was like, whoa, I thought I was going down. So I went and grabbed a bunch of water, shook it off, went back to work. And then the dizziness has been gone ever since. I never had any room spinning or anything like that. And so I just kind of, let it go. So when that happened though, I did go to the ER and told them what happened, and told them that I told them I got dizzy, and then I felt better, that I wasn't dizzy no more, but I still felt off balance and something was wrong. I couldn't walk straight, couldn't sit still. I was always moving. And so I started with the ER because it was like a late night decision. No, not the ER, urgent care. Sorry. I went to urgent care, and they gave me some meclizine just to kind of, meclizine is like a whatever you call, motion sickness type of pill. And so I tried that, and that didn't work. Tried it for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, all right, something's weird. So then I got scared, so I went to the ER and paid a fortune. And for them to tell me that I was fine. So I was like, that's weird. So ease of mind, or peace of mind, whatever. Came back home, symptoms were still there. I felt off balance. So I was like, what the heck is going on? But it was worse. And so then I finally went to my primary care doctor, my primary physician, which I should have done in the first place, but I didn't. Just because I had no patience. I just wanted to get answers right away. And so I went to her, and she looked at my ear and realized it was a little inflamed on the inside of the inner ear. So she gave me some pills that will condense the swelling or the infection down, and gave me some maneuvers that I did the Epley maneuver, and there was another one, which what it does, what happened was a little crystal in my right ear dislodged. I don't know exactly how to tell you this exact, but it dislodged, got out of balance, and the little crystals keep you balanced. It's what it is. So when you move your head, tilt, it keeps you balanced. It tells your brain, hey, I'm turning my head this way, I'm turning my head that way, I'm looking that way, looking this way, looking down. That way it'll keep you balanced, and so you don't topple over. And so that's what it was. I did a couple maneuvers, and then that finally went away. The crystal got put back. So what's next? So I felt better. Yep. Wasn't 100%. Wasn't 100% at all. So then that happened. I did that, fixed myself pretty quick. And so when I did that, I still had that in my mind, and fear, not really fear, but just like a anxious feeling of having that happen again. And just the feeling is weird. Anybody who's had those crystals dislodge will know the feeling. It's almost like you drank 28 beers and you were drunk. It's just a bad feeling. It's okay if you if you drink beer and make that feeling. Whatever, but it's just not a good feeling. So I let it go pretty much for about 2 years. And like I said, I was feeling anxious all the time, feeling still unbalanced, even though the crystal was still put back. It was put back and everything was fine. Still felt unbalanced, felt anxious, and I was just unmotivated. I didn't want to go outside because I just felt like I was just going to end up toppling over or falling over and stuff and being embarrassed and getting embarrassed. So I never went to the when I went to the stores, I would go right as they opened. That way nobody was there. I can get in and get out before my symptoms started back up. And with work, I don't know, work just didn't bother me that much. I still felt it, but it just didn't bother me. But then over a period of time, let's see if over a period of time, it started, giving me anxiety. It just wasn't making me the person that I was once. So I was getting sick of it, and I decided, what the heck, spend some money. And this is where it brings into what I was just saying in my previous video. I finally broke down, spent some money this past few months to figure out what it was. So I went and saw specialists, saw a few therapists. I even had an MRI, which I'm still waiting on the results for it, but it's looking like it's going to be good news anyways, either way. But if anything changes, then I will definitely make an update video. But I did all that, spent a good amount of money on all that, which was worth it to me because health comes first. So with the specialist and the therapist, I found out I have vestibular issues. I don't remember exactly what they called it. With vestibular neuritis maybe, and anxiety. And so that's what we found out because I did some test for vertigo, and I didn't have vertigo. So that was one thing checked off the list. I thought I had it, but I didn't, it's good, one less issue, and ended up being vestibular. And what vestibular is pretty much like how I was just explaining. Your mind, your brain has like there's a in between from your, my understanding, it's with your eyes, ears, and then your brain. Your eyes and ears, obviously your ears are most of your balance, and your inner ear or whatever. And then your eyes, are telling your brain or whatever which way you're looking and up and down. So there's something going on where something's not connecting to my brain clearly, and to where it's not telling my brain, hey, you're moving this way, hey, you're moving that way. So it would cause me to feel unbalanced all the time. Or when I stand up, it's just having a bad connection issue to tell my brain what's going on. So that's why my body has always felt unbalanced, and I felt weird and just dizzy. Well, I called it dizzy. I just didn't know any other term for it. Lightheaded, and so it ended up being vestibular neuritis, I believe it's called. I will get the paperwork eventually, and I'll show you exactly what it is. But let's see what I got. And they also did say that vestibular issues will cause anxiety, because obviously vestibular messes your balance up, and if you're worried about your balance, then that's obviously going to cause anxiety, and that's just what it is. So with anxiety, with that, I just been taking medication. There's other ways to do it. For me, I just been taking medication, and seems to be helping with it. I'm not so anxious about it anymore, which is cool. So it's obviously a good time. All right, so for anybody who is going through any of these issues or this type of disease or whatever this problem is, I'm going to give you some tips to how to fix it and who to see before you spend a bunch of money, like I did. Because I wish I would have known this, and it's taken 2 years to get an answer and a lot of money. So I wish I would have known this. So the first thing you can do is go to a therapist, physical therapy, and find a place that does vestibular therapy. And they'll go ahead and test you and do a bunch of eye movements, head movements. They'll make you walk. They'll put you on a balance board. They'll make you do exercises. Anything to do with movement they will do, and it is completely safe for one, and very, very helpful. I have regained pretty much 95% of my balance back already, and I've only done maybe 4 treatments of it, and it's been unreal, and it's really made me feel a whole lot better. The second tip is to get up, move around, and stay active. Honestly, that's the best thing you can do. Is just, if you sit in bed all day like I was doing, not all day, but staying in my room, laying down, watching YouTube videos, maybe even making scratcher videos like I do on the channel I have now. Just staying stationary is not good for your vestibular tract. You want to be able to move around. You want your eyes to be seeing motion all the time. You want to keep, making sure you're moving with your head around and staying active, because if you do that, then you're retraining your brain. So whether or not you feel unbalanced, or you feel a vertigo, a dizziness, lightheadedness, whatever, just keep pushing through it. It's going to be fine. It'll eventually get better, especially if you're doing that on top of therapy. It'll just make it that much better. And vestibular therapy, a physical therapist, just depends on your insurance. It's really cheap. I go once a week. It's $30 a week. So if you can't afford it, everybody has payment plans nowadays. So, but it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. The biggest tip, well, not the biggest tip, but the biggest thing I could say that's actually helpful, but it is kind of hard to get used to. Just doing this until it goes away, your symptoms, and you fix your mindset, is to move your eyes before you turn your head. So if you're walking and you're coming to you're gonna take a turn, you do this. Like if I'm gonna take a right turn, I'll look and then move my head. You see that? I'll move my eyes and then turn. And you just do that. And don't just straight move your head. Look and then turn, okay? So when you're coming up to that turn that you're about to move, come around a corner or something, or at Walmart or whatever, you're coming up to that turn, you're looking, and then look and then turn your head. That's the best thing you could do, because that'll it'll trick your mind, I believe, in 2 different ways, where your mind is sensing that your eyes are moving, and then it's wanting to move your head. So it just kind of helps out with the both symptom, or both things. So it works out pretty good, and I've seen a lot of difference with that too. The next thing is stay positive. Know this issue. You got to know that this issue, vestibular and vertigo, balance disorders, are not fatal. Unless you're walking a freaking tightrope or something, then maybe so. But in general, just going out in public, hanging out with friends, dancing, riding motorcycles, riding a bike, skateboard. It might seem difficult, but in reality, you're going to be just fine. There is nothing to be concerned about other than the feelings that you're feeling. I've learned that through multiple specialists that have talked to me. It's not a dangerous, and it's not fatal. You're not going to die from it. 100%. You're not going to die. So you just got to stay positive and just realize everything's going to be okay. And it's definitely 100% healable. So you're going to be healed from it. You just do a bunch of exercises. It's an exercise that you do. It's like 5 different things, one time per day, 5 days a week. It's not a huge deal. It helps. It brings you back to life. I still feel kind of like today I went to an AutoZone, and on my way there I was thinking, because I've been doing this for 2 years, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just get in, get my 2 things, and then I'm out. And because I was, my mind was thinking still, because I'm still on the healing stage right now. My mind was thinking, I'm going to feel uncomfortable and I just want to get out. Turns out I went there, grabbed my 2 things, and I didn't even notice the symptoms. So I went and walked around. I got some windshield wipers for my truck. I got sun visor and stuff, and just looked around and got a couple tools, and I just felt good. I felt good. There was a couple little 2-second segments where I felt a little off balance, but they went away instantly. So that was great, and that felt I mean, it just puts a smile. It'll put a smile on your face, even anywhere you're at, and then people will look at you like, why the heck are you smiling? Why are you laughing by yourself? And it's just really confusing to tell people. It's hard to. That's why I'm having so hard issues with this video, because it's hard to explain to people how it feels unless you're going through it. And I know a lot of people are going through it, so I'm not just talking to the people who watch my channel pretty much every day, but I'm talking to anybody who has had this issue and these problems. So hopefully this video will get out and hopefully it's helpful. But that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else. If you have any concerns or comments or questions, if I messed it up, I know this video was a long video. So if I did mess up anything that I said, just comment down below, let me know, and I'll see if I can try to answer that for you. But other than that, hopefully this helps. Like I said, don't spend a bunch of money seeing a bunch of people. If you do have this issue, just go straight to 2 people. I would recommend your PA, your physical, or your primary physician, something like that. Your primary care doctor. I don't know the technical terms. Primary care doctor and a physical therapist for vestibular vestibular therapy. Go to those 2, and if that doesn't help, okay, then maybe go check out some other options. But give them a chance. Give therapy a chance. It's not going to obviously heal in a day. It's going to take time, because for me, I've been dealing with this for 2 years, so it's obviously going to take me a bunch of, probably, maybe another month until I get a fully 100% back. And so just keep that in mind. It's not dangerous. Stay positive. And any questions, let me know down below. I got a lot more information. I just didn't want to make the video extremely long. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's to all the viewers who watch my channel. That is what's going on with me. I do have a vestibular disorder. I think that's the right term for it. And I had anxiety, but anxiety is pretty much gone. I don't really have that at all anymore due to medication, unfortunately. And the vestibular, I'll get my balance back on track. It's almost there, and we're getting back to a new me, or back to my normal self, and I'm very blessed, very blessed. So here's a quote that has always helped me, and I want to leave you guys with this, and just keep this in your mind, whether you're going through this or not. I read a quote the other day. It says, "Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits." And that is exactly what you got to do. When you're feeling uncomfortable, you just keep pushing and pushing, and you'll feel better, 100%. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Thank you so much. If you did enjoy, please leave a like rating down below. If this helped you, let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to help you out as much as possible. And thank you guys for watching. We will see ya in the next one. Goodbye.